Welcome to TPCFL Game Time Playoff Edition. It is the NFC Championship. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chicago Bears. I am joined in the booth by the voice of the TPCFL, Meter. Meter, how are you doing, sir?
I am doing outstanding. Just got off an amazing game against Iceman Illis. He did take that game, but man, that guy is good.
Yes, he definitely is. You're no slouch yourself, sir. And we're about to watch the Cowboys and the Bears. The Bears run it out there and are stopped immediately at the 28-yard line. This is going to be for all the marbles in the NFC. The Cowboys and the Bears. Earlier this season, the Cowboys defeated the Bears. So we'll have to see whether or not lightning can strike twice.
And of course, this is a conference final game. So this right here is to go to the TPCFL Championship. Man, am I excited to see who's going to be taking on the undefeated Chiefs and Iceman Illis.
Well, we're going to find out here in, this game is going to decide if opening play now. The Bears starting from the 28-yard line. Trubinsky back, waiting, and gets sacked immediately by number 95 from the Cowboys, Irving. And that can't be the way the Bears want to start this game.
A big loss. You lose 10 yards on the first play of the game. It's a hell of a setback. And Colby's been known to get into his own head, so I'm hoping he shakes this one off, refocuses, and keeps pounding forward.
That's the big thing. Colby can't get down on himself in this game. Slangel is smothering when it comes to her defense. He can't let a sack or two take him out of his game. He needs to keep moving forward. Trubinsky now handing off. No, he's not. Waiting. Passing it over, and it is swatted out of the air by the Dallas defense. Trubinsky now 0 for 1, 3rd and 20 from the 18-yard line.
A really nice pass attempt there, but just really good coverage by Dallas, and I think that's what we're going to see here tonight. All told, that's what we've seen from Dallas all season, is just great defense. Those pass blockers are exceptional.
Definitely they are. Slangel proved last season that she went from almost worst to first defensively, and now intercepted, and the Cowboys running it back in, stopped at the 16-yard line. But that was absolutely, that cannot help the Bears and their confidence at all.
Absolutely not. I mean,
on their first drive.
Trubisky hit while throwing, getting the bad pass off. Easy interception. Dallas immediately saw what was going on, picked up the ball, ran it almost all the way back.
And now, less than a minute into the game, Dallas has the ball starting on the 16-yard line. Great field position. Prescott hands off to Elliott. Elliott takes off forward, gains maybe 3, possibly 4 yards. Or 2. 2 is an option too.
They spotted the ball forward 3. He did fall forward. It looked like 4, but the official record's going to show 2.
Well, any moving forward is a positive move in this league. Be interesting to see whether or not they can cash in and gain 7 points from this drive. They have 3 points in their back pocket. Prescott throws, and it's batted out of the air by the Chicago defense.
Floyd almost had that one. That was a very dangerous throw. Luckily, bounced off his fingertips, hit the turf. No harm, no foul this time. With players of this caliber, you don't get a lot of second chances.
That is true, sir. 3rd and 8 from the 13-yard line. Prescott calling an audible. Drops back, waits, looking for an open receiver, throws it, and the Cowboys are right in there. Touchdown. It
wide open.
Wide open, 6-0 Dallas.
Swaim over the middle, running a little slant route there. Beautifully done. Found the gap, filled it, put it in the end zone, 6 points.
And the extra point is good. It is 7-0 Dallas here in the first quarter. Chicago about to get the ball back. They have to be hoping for a much better second drive than their first.
Only took them 3 plays there. They only needed 15 yards, 33 seconds, and put points on the board. It's never a good way to start out your game when you start with the ball and the other team scores first. Really puts you in a hole and makes you dig your way back out.
Well, if anyone can do it, it's the Bears making it out to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 29th. Sellout crowd here in Chicago. No snow in this game.
Very interesting. They cleaned up pretty nicely after the last one. Might expect a little bit more this time of year, but, you know, global warming.
Exactly. Chicago going up the middle and immediately tackled and smashed by the Dallas defense. No gain on that play.
Chicago, of course, missing their star in the running back area, so they're going to have to make do with what they have. Although last game, it did seem pretty effective for them.
Yeah, it definitely was. You know, some people would suspect that would be a hinder to Chicago, but they made it work. Put on your helmet, you're the next one up, and it worked out great. So let's see if they can turn that around and use that again this game against the Cowboys. Throwing out to the right, it's a lateral, just shy of the first down. Should be 3rd and 1 from the 37-yard line.
We have a Cowboys fan in chat, Votable Leaf 104, giving the shout out for Slangel, hoping see a Cowboys victory here today at Soldier Field.
Which would put them in the championship final, which is absolutely incredible. Now 3rd and 1 from the 37-yard line. Trubisky lining up. Drops back, screen pass, and doesn't get sacked, but does not get the pass away. 4th and 1 now from the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Trubisky's under a lot of pressure here in this game, and it's really starting to get to him. Unable to make any important passes, and right there you see the 3 and out.
Yeah, Dallas's defense is definitely smothering. Chicago with the kick now, aiming for that corner, and puts it out at the 4-yard line. Yes, the 4-yard line. That's going to be a contributing factor in this game, that Colby, the Bears are so good at kicks, putting them, basically pinning them almost in their own end zone. It's going to be an uphill challenge for Dallas to make it out, because you don't have a lot of room at the 4-yard line. You could easily give up a safety instantly.
It's a heck of a superpower to have, to be really good at the punt. You never want to have to use it, but it can be a make or break in a lot of situations, and we'll see how it plays in this game.
Prescott back in the end zone, throws, and it's swatted out of the air. Prescott 1 for 3 now. Behind the count on passing.
And Bama Shock showing up in chat. And, of course, Commando Slippy in as well. Iceman making an appearance. We have a full house, folks.
We definitely do. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. And I can't help but think that Iceman is doing some scouting ahead of the championship game. Prescott now, 2nd and 10 from the 4-yard line. In the end zone, throws it wide open, and is caught.
You know, I just realized something. Regardless of what happens here, we're going to see a Canada versus U.S. match in the finals.
Yes, in the finals, an international final. Again.
With both Colby and Slangel being from Canada and Iceman Ellis being from the States.
Yes, that's exciting. That is definitely exciting. Prescott hands off to Elliott, who gets forced backwards, may have lost yardage on that play. He did, losing 1.
Little lateral out to the right side and just hit and hit, kept moving, but not even able to get quite back to the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 11 from the 16-yard line. That's the thing about Elliott. Elliott is a tank. It takes a lot to take him down. So you're going to have to put double coverage on him. And even then, it's not an easy thing to take him down.
Not
Prescott
at all.
Back, waiting, throws it wide open and tipped away by Chicago. Easily could have been intercepted. Now 3rd and 11 from the 16-yard line.
Chicago getting into their element here. Stop a run play, stop a pass play. Now all of a sudden it's 3rd and long.
3rd and long, 3rd and 11. In a very unfortunate part of the field for the Cowboys. Prescott waiting, back, Fake handoff to Elliott, waiting, throwing, wide open, and it is, dropped.
What a play. One hand almost pulled that one in, but the defense just too strong, able to knock it loose.
This is going to be a defensive battle meter. I have that feeling right now. And Dallas kicks it away, and it's a short kick. That's an incredibly short kick.
Dallas well known for their very poor punting ability. I've noticed that in 3, maybe 4 different games in a row that anytime a punt comes up, you're not seeing much from Dallas's punting team.
No, but ironically, their defense is usually standing strong enough that doesn't seem to be a factor, but I would definitely like to see the Cowboys kick way further than they do. Trubisky and the Bears on the 44-yard line looking for a long play, trying to break this open to get back into the game instantly. And it's caught, and it is a stop at the 1-yard line. You can't get much closer than that.
Huge play, 43 yards, beautiful slant. Defense didn't know where to go. Colby saw the opening over on the right side, the gap in the defense, and he made him work.
Dallas now up into their own end zone, and they stop the Bears at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal. That is an absolute huge challenge to do that 3 times. We'll see what happens. The Cowboys back on their heels a bit, backed up into their own end zone. Now 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Again, Chicago looking like they're going for a run play. Hands off, and it is in there like swimwear. The Bears tie this game. It is now 7-6. Going to be tied based on the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. And we have a tie game right here in the first quarter meter.
You know, I love Chicago. They're such a strong team. They come out, they throw an interception real early. They're getting pinned back. Their second one, they go 3 and out. They got to punt the ball away. Coffin corner it. Get the ball back after a big stop of the Dallas offense. Take it down. Score points. They still trust their quarterback. They still trust their running back. And they're playing the game that these Bears fans have come to know and love.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's why you're the voice of this league meter.
Shout out Votable Leaf. Season tickets acquired. Congratulations. You've come at a real good time. One of the best games of the season, the conference finals. And the only thing left to play after this is going to be the championship game itself.
And quick shout out, we have a huge pregame show planned for the championship game. You're going to want to tune in for that. More details later in the game. Prescott calling an audible starting from the 25-yard line. Prescott hands off to Elliott, who busts left. Takes 2 men to stop him, bring him down, and is 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line.
Elliott looked a little slow getting over to the left side. He's able to get some decent blocking and pick up 6, but I didn't see much giddy up in his step. I don't know if he's trying to save something in the tank or if there may be an underlying injury we're not aware of, but definitely something to keep an eye on.
It will be moving forward. Elliott's a huge part of the Dallas Cowboys offense. In fact, handing it to him again, gets caught up on his own player and gets swallowed up. Losing yards on that play, losing 3. It's 3rd and 7 now. This Chicago defense is definitely coming to play meter.
They are indeed. I'm loving to see this because if there's one thing that's going to combat really, really strong defense, what we know we should be expecting from Dallas, it's equally strong defense on the other team.
It's important. And Chicago playing it off perfectly. Huge catch by the Cowboys, gaining a 1st down and much more. Seems like half of the defensive line of the Bears to take him down. End of the first quarter, that was 23 yards on that play.
Beautiful play. Well done. Just had that dagger out. The moment they turned the corner, lost the guy streaking with him, threw the ball. Perfect timing. They've practiced that one a few times.
Yeah, it looks like it's a well-polished play out of their playbook. Prescott now lining up on the 48-yard line to start the second quarter. Hands off to Elliott, who immediately gets pushed back. It's now 2nd and 13 from the 49-yard line. this seems to be a game where it's going to a lot of third downs. I mean, it could be a case of whoever wins third down conversion can actually benefit from this game, which is something you've been saying for the last few seasons, Meter.
No, absolutely. I think that's a sleeper stat a lot of people don't pay attention to. And the more I see it, the more I see it being effective in this game.
Speaking of effective, Prescott turns and throws, gains 20 yards on that play, and just like that, the Cowboys are on the 31-yard line.
Big play. 20 yards over the middle. Had that streak going. Beautiful play. Nobody covering him. Picked it up easy, turned around, grabbed a couple extra steps.
Handing off to Elliott out to the left, who again, like you said, is not moving that quickly. Gained 5 yards on that play, but the old turbo boost did not kick in there.
That seemed to be the case. I'm with you there. Not getting all the way to the sidelines, and even if they did, by the time they got there, someone would have been on them. So good call to take that diagonal route.
Oh, definitely. Prescott now 2nd and 5 from the 27-yard line. Cowboys in field goal range already, but they want more. Throws it over the middle, and it is picked up by number 13. Gains another first down.
Absolutely amazing once again. Gallup coming up with that one, his sophomore year, and he's got a lot to prove. Young 23-year-old guy looking to make his name known, and so far here today, doing a good job of it. 11 yards on that one and moving the chains.
Yeah, the conference championship game is a good place to get noticed, but it's also a huge risk. Nerves have to be a part of this game as well, Meter.
I'm sure that's true. I'm sure nobody's more nervous than the head coaches themselves, Slangel and Colbus 1984. Both these players are so good at what they do.
Elliott gets caught up in his own player and gets taken down. Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
No, not at all.
7 rushes for 10 yards now for Elliott. That definitely seems under the season average for him.
It does indeed. And again, we just see there was a lot of room on that left side and just not able to get up there anywhere.
No, but still moving in a positive direction.
Shout out over on Facebook, Big Wheel 1, making his presence known. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And almost intercepted by the Cowboys. Sorry, the Bears, now 3rd and 6 from the 12-yard line. Thank you for joining us wherever you are, whether you're joining us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer. Thank you for being a part. You don't want to miss these games, so make sure you subscribe so you never miss a matchup. Now 3rd and 6 from the 12-yard line. Prescott changing the play at the line. Back, waiting, throws over, and it is dropped. No, he's caught it. It's a touchdown in the end zone. The Cowboys take a 13-7 lead. Could be a 14-7 lead based on this extra kick. I say that because Slangel's been known to miss extra points.
Absolutely. I mean, there were 5 defenders in that zone. Nobody able to catch him. Beautiful pass. Well-executed play.
I can't question the strategy or the game plan of Slangel and the Cowboys. Not only did they win the NFC East title this season, I didn't even make the playoffs, Meter. So I don't question what she does at all.
No, I mean, Slangel plays by the beat of her own drum, if you will. I think she's the wild card in every matchup I've ever seen, and that's not to say that she hasn't earned her spot. She is most improved year over year, my personal choice for most improved year over year, and I think the statistics will support me in that.
And where can people get those stats there, Meter?
Well, my favorite place to get them is over on TPCFootball.com. Head on over there. You can find stats and figures. Brand new website, just launched with a whole bunch more stats. You can also see the broadcast section and find out all the places you can watch us, Mixer, YouTube, Twitch, on my personal Facebook page. So much information over there. Head on over TPCFootball.com.
Second in inches from the 35-yard line. Trubisky looking to throw, wide open. Gains about 20 to 25 yards on that play.
Huge play. Another one of those great cut-ins. Play action, making it work for him, picking up big yards.
The play action pass is actually risky because you leave yourself open for a sack. I've seen that happen multiple times in the 6 seasons we've played, but Chicago played that with perfection and gained 19 yards on the play.
That's very true. It can backfire, but in that instance, working out well.
Trubisky now waiting for an open receiver, throws, and it is caught. The Cowboys take him down at the 23-yard line, but what an incredible drive so far by the Bears.
This has been picture perfect. We're heading rapidly towards the 2-minute warning here.
In fact, there it is.
Shout out in chat once again. Johnsy's in the house, former TPCFL champion.
Yes, season 3. Thank you for joining us, sir. The Bears now 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. 2 minutes left on the clock. Pressure coming in. They read the blitz perfectly, handed off to Howard, who gains a first down. And it's now 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. I think we know where they are, Meter.
They're deep in the they're in the red zone right now.
Yes, but they're knocking on the door of what is my favorite part of the game itself. We'll see what happens. Howard breaks through, gets stopped, but they're down now to the 6-yard line. So now I'll ask the question again. Where are they, Meter?
They're in the red hot zone, the 6-yard line.
Damn, that needs to be a t-shirt. Now 2nd and 3. The Bears knocking on the end zone. Looking to tie this game going into the half. They hand off to Howard, who runs forward and straight in. It is now tied. Well, it will be tied. Currently 14-13 for the Cowboys. They had no answer at all for the Chicago offense in that entire drive, Meter.
They didn't. Very atypical for Dallas, especially on that goal line. Goal line seems to be where extra point is good there. Goal line seems to be where Slangel typically makes some of the biggest stops of the game, and this time, not able to come up with anything. They kind of just walked that one in.
They did. Goal line defense is her calling card. I've seen so many teams make it down that far, and then Dallas just stopped them. Dallas running out, even though they were in the end zone, and gets stopped at the 24-yard line. Something's going on with the Cowboys. Everyone seems sluggish.
It does seem
almost
that
questioning
way.
whether or not Slangel is using the right trigger to actually gain speed with players.
I'm not sure. She's a veteran at this point in this league. No question. She knows what she's doing. Possibly trying to save a little bit of energy. Maybe use this last minute for all of the saved energy. Who knows? Could be jet lag.
Could be that as well. Dallas to Chicago isn't a quick flight.
It's not indeed.
Prescott waiting and throws it just before getting tackled, and now huge gain by the Cowboys, making it up to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, 25 yards gained on that one play alone.
Huge play. That big tight end is such an asset for the Cowboys, and they're using him well. Reminds me of a Rob Gronkowski. Just knowing when to hit him. Really sure hands, finding that gap. You can see the gap there over on the left side between the coverage. Just filling it very well.
I'm questioning Slangel not taking timeouts or using hurry-up offense right now. There's only 42 seconds left on the clock. Prescott now. Looking deep, throws it, and it is caught.
Another great play.
To go,
Prescott's timing today is exceptional.
It is, but the time management is not. There's only 27 seconds left on the clock. And in dropping. This could come back to bite the Cowboys. We have a tie game right now. She had basically a minute on the clock, and she's letting it drop. 24 seconds and dropping. The Cowboys are on the 38-yard line. They're not even in field goal range right now. 18 seconds left. Calling an audible, which is draining even more time. This is a disaster by the Cowboys. Throws it to Elliott, who moves forward into field goal range, but there's 7 seconds left. 6. They're not calling a timeout. They're not calling a timeout. This is disastrous.
Definitely a huge missed opportunity.
0. She could have picked up a 3-point lead with that, Meter. Something is not right in Dallas.
And if she had stopped the clock earlier and used the timeouts effectively, maybe less run plays, maybe some hurry-up offense, maybe getting out of bounds, may have been more than 3.
Oh, definitely. again, something wasn't right. Maybe she figured she gets the ball back at the end of the halftime either way, but you don't leave points on the board like that.
Very interesting
Or
plays.
off the
I'll
board,
be
sorry.
very interested to hear after the game what was going through her head. Maybe it was this Bears crowd here being so loud, just lose track of time. This is a very high stakes game. Easy to lose your head in it.
Oh, it definitely is. Definitely is. It's the NFC Championship on the line. The Cowboys now starting from the 25-yard line, making a change at the line. Waiting now to see. There we go. We are underway. Prescott immediately gets sacked by the Bears, losing 8 yards on that play.
Danny Trevathan comes in. Huge play there, juking around. Man, their offensive line of the Cowboys couldn't catch up to him. He was past Ezekiel Elliott before he even knew what was happening.
Indeed. Indeed. And a play like that makes those 3 missed points even more painful right now. 2nd and 18 now from the 17-yard line. I don't question Slangel's ability. Clearly, she's a fantastic player. But we'll be discussing this tonight before bedtime. Prescott back waiting. He better make a move before he gets sacked. And it is knocked out of the hands. Now 3rd and 18 from the 17-yard line.
And now we're in the third, Langell. You know what I call the third?
What do you call the third, sir?
Thank you. I call it the thirsty third.
The thirsty third. And I heard that little soundbite there. Good on you, sir.
Crack open a Coca. Whoever's paying us to read this ad and enjoy it. Could be an RC. Who knows?
Who knows? The man who signed the check knows.
Could be a Dr. Pibb.
Huge play by the Cowboys, but 4th and 2, they come up short and now forced to punt. Less than a minute into the 3rd quarter, they're forced to give up the ball. We know what Dallas's punting ability is like. Let's see if they can pull it off here. They punted, and it looks...
That's a good
actually,
punt.
It's not half bad.
That's a very good punt. Wow.
And it's on the 2-yard line.
That's a Colby-ass punt right there.
That definitely is. I'm sorry, I've been waiting to ask this for all season. Are you saying Colby-esque punt or Colby-ass punt?
Whichever one I'm allowed to say is the one I'm saying.
You can say whatever you want, sir. You're the voice of the league. The Cowboys forcing the Bears right into their own end zone. This could be a safety if and it is.
Wow.
It's a safety, and the Cowboys take a 2-point lead and get the ball back. Huge play by the Cowboys.
You know, a lot of people, they're hesitant to punt. They're afraid they're going to be giving the ball away. I don't want to give the ball away, but I've seen it a lot of times this season that the most effective way to move the ball down the field is through the air off the punter's foot.
Colby aiming for that corner. This could be a disaster because if it goes out of bounds... Oh, no, it doesn't. All right, I thought it was going out of bounds because that would have been a penalty. Huge shot. Takes down number 36 right there at the 24-yard line. And I apologize. I'm viewing this on a smaller view so that I can bring up 2 websites at once. I can't read the players' names right now. Prescott now from the 24-yard line, looking for a better drive than last time. Hands off to Elliott, who makes it out and then is immediately stopped in the secondary. Losing 1 yard on that play. Chicago has the run game locked up right now.
Indeed, and you said it earlier, the run game and Elliott are such a huge part of the Dallas offense. When you cut them off there, you're cutting them off at the knees. They're trying to make all of these plays, and all they have right now is the arm of Dak Prescott.
Which isn't a bad thing to have, but yeah, you definitely want to take some of the pressure off Prescott. Now, 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Coming up on the 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Play clock dropping to 8. Prescott looking and about to get sacked, and he is. Prescott cannot waste that much time. It is now 3rd and 19. Dallas better have a special play up their sleeve right now, or they're going to be punting the ball right back to Chicago. But last time they were in this situation, they gained 2 points out of it. So may not be all bad.
That's a fair point. Akeem Hicks coming up huge there. Big sack, knocking them way back right when they need it.
3rd and a mile now. I know technically 19 yards, but it might as well be a mile. Prescott calling an audible on the line.
Who knows what that conversion rate is?
Prescott throws, and it is caught by the Cowboys. Did they get enough? They did. That's a first down.
Unreal.
Unreal. I said they needed a special play, and that's exactly what they got out of that. They looked dead to rights at that point, Mater.
They did. The Chicago defense reaching up, swatting the ball out of the air, and another Dallas receiver happened to be in the area where the ball was coming down, grabbed onto it, was immediately taken down, but enough for a first.
And Elliott again taken down. Moving forward, stumbling, gaining a couple yards.
I think he fell for 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, for 3 at least. Only registered for 3, but I'm with you. I thought it looked like further.
At very least, he ran a couple of yards laterally before taking off up and down.
The steps in. His Fitbit's going to love that. 2nd and 7 now from the 38-yard line. This is an important drive for both teams right now. If Dallas puts points up, it's going to put the pressure on Chicago. And if Chicago can stop them without giving up points, it's going to give them a boost of confidence. Prescott waiting, throwing, wide open. Stopped at the 39-yard line. 40-yard line.
Big 22-yard play. Another one of those taking off forward, cutting back off to the left. The timing on these plays is impeccable. Prescott and his wide receiving team have put in the time. They've put in the practice. They've made these plays work, and it's showing right now.
It definitely is. Again, Elliott, this time gaining yards, gets pulled down. Gained about 5 yards on that play. 3 yards again. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, like I said in the AFC Championship game, basically say or listen to what I say and subtract 2 yards from it. That's your sweet spot. All right, 2nd and 7 now from the 36-yard line. Cowboys with 1:25 left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Letting that clock drop. Prescott throws over the middle, and it is caught. Prescott again gaining 10 yards on that play. And right now, they are knocking on the door of the red zone 6 yards away, which theoretically should, they should have 3 points in their back pocket. But again, if they can score a touchdown here, this becomes a 2-score game. Late in the 3rd. Prescott now. The Bears lined up and ready. I'm sensing a blitz here. And it's not. Prescott throws out, and it is caught. Now, is that Witten that caught that play?
That was Blake Jarwin.
Blake Jarwin. I'm going to stop mentioning players by name and go with numbers. That way I can be right. 18 yards gained on that play, and they are now in the, I don't want to take it away from you, sir. Quickly tell us where we are.
The red hot zone.
We definitely are. 8 yards, and again, Elliott, every time he runs to the right, he's getting stopped, losing 1 yard on that play.
And the clock keeps ticking.
Change it up, maybe go left or choose a different, maybe try to go up the middle. I don't think Chicago will be expecting that. 2nd and 11, 2nd and goal. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. The thirsty 3rd is over, Meter. We are headed into the 4th, which is a lot of times the deciding quarter in TPCFL football games. And we are right now watching the NFC Championship on the line. This is a huge 4th quarter for both teams.
It is indeed. We're going to see who takes on Iceman Illist and his Chiefs right here, right now, the final 6 minutes of the game are on the board. Let's see what happens.
I can't wait to see what happens here. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Chicago playing tight to the line. Prescott waiting, throwing, and it's swatted away. Could have been intercepted by the Bears defense.
It bounced off the fingertips of at least 3 different defenders. Huge play there. Incomplete, but very dangerous.
I mean, swatting it out of play is a great move, but an interception would be better.
That's true.
3rd and goal from the 9. I'd expect a lot of pressure out of the Bears. Prescott sees something. Waits, throws, and it is dropped. Hit and dropped. It is 4th and goal now. Dallas most likely going for a field goal to take a 5-point lead in this game.
5 points, not much better than 3 when you're talking football.
No, because a touchdown would actually give Chicago the lead. Now the pressure is definitely on Dallas. But as the defensive wizard that the Cowboys are, they're not out of this. They could easily force Chicago out and get the ball back, and then hopefully use some clock management and drain as much clock off as possible.
I'm sure if
catches it in the end zone and takes off. Stopped at the 29-yard line. Hey, I got it right. The 29-yard line.
Even a blind squirrel.
That is true. That is definitely true. All right, Colby going through the playbook, trying to see what his options are, what will work against this Dallas defense. Dallas needs to stand strong right now. Force the Bears off the field and bring out the Cowboys offense again. Dallas leading the game as far as yards go, 222 to 179. Neither team is doing much in the running game. It's all been through the air. Howard jumps up and gets smashed. Gains 3 on the play.
Big open gap on the left side of the offensive line there. Took off to the right side anyway. Still managed to pick up some yards, but can't help but think the left side had a little bit more opportunity on it.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I definitely saw that as well. But, you know, Meter, it's easy to call it from up here because we're not the one trying to get the playoff.
That's very true, especially when you have momentum behind your guy. To turn at the last minute a lot of times can end up causing more damage than it does good.
Yep, Trubisky throwing now and gets stopped short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. If Dallas can pull this off and force a 3 and out. Do you think Chicago would go for it on 4th down based on this?
That's going to be real close. If they pick up a couple more yards, I'll say no doubt. But where it stands right now, 3rd and 4, going to be very interesting to see what they do here.
Because they put the Cowboys in great position if it doesn't work out. And they make the play, jukes around one player and gets stopped at almost the 50. In fact, it is the 50. Stick with me, kids. Eventually, by season 9, I'll get these numbers down perfectly.
It didn't look like he crested the 50, so I think you're a little more accurate than maybe where they spotted the ball. But regardless, beautiful spin move. So well done by Colby to pick up the extra yards, pick up that first down, move the ball right to midfield.
He times it perfectly. Now, if you're the Bears right now, do you try to drain as much clock as possible while trying to gain points to give Dallas pressure to come back? Or do you try to score as quickly as possible here?
I'll be honest, if I'm Colby right now, I'm not caring about the clock yet. What I'm caring about right now is getting the lead back on my side, and then I'll worry about everything else.
Howard fails to pick up any yards on that play. It's now 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line, which is weird because 1st and 10 from the 50, 2nd and 10 from the 49. All right, now. Trubisky back, following a little bit to the right, and is intercepted by the Cowboys and then runs backwards. What a huge play by the Cowboys defense to come up with the ball. A dead drive for the Bears. That could be game-changing, Meter.
It could be. They started off the game with an interception. Will that be the end of the game as well?
That's a very good question. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. Elliott again to the right and again gets stopped. They're reading him like a book, only gaining 1 yard on that play.
Now, whether big yards were anticipated there, whether that was the intention, or whether keeping the clock moving was the intention, is something I'm very interested in.
Well, based on the clock management of the first half, I'm going to say they thought that was going to be a big play.
It looks like they're chewing some clock here,
but not going to the the chew clock tempo. 5 seconds left though. Elliott now out to the left side and immediately gets dropped. 3rd and 10 from the 41 yard line.
3rd and 10. It's like they haven't called a play. They got an opportunity here, but once again, importantly, they're definitely chewing clock now, heading rapidly towards that 2-minute warning.
I see that. Slangel. Let the play clock drop to 2. Throws it, and it's intercepted by the Bears. Huge turnover by the Cowboys on their own 43-yard line. Now, these next 2 minutes and 8 seconds are going to be the most exciting 2 minutes and 8 seconds of this season for both of these teams right now. Who's going to take advantage, the offense or the defense?
Really, really big opportunity. Chicago needs to convert here to keep their season moving forward.
Looks like the Bears are going for a run play. Straight up the middle. Gets a first down and more. Dallas obviously expecting a throw on that play. Got fooled, and Chicago walks straight up the middle unopposed. 15 yards.
Beautiful draw play, so well executed. They had me fooled, they had Dallas fooled, and they moved the ball forward very, very well. First down.
2-minute warning. We have 2 minutes left in this game. Cowboys threatening to take the lead. Falls forward. Do they give him the first? No, 2nd and 1 from the 20-yard line. They are in the red zone. Chicago they need a touchdown right now. But even then, a touchdown doesn't guarantee them a win because Dallas could come back.
2nd and 1 could be a blessing. The clock is now in Colby's corner, and he can do a little bit of the control there. Whether you start eating it or not now, that's real risky, especially with the interceptions we've seen here today. But regardless, the first down right here is going to make a big difference.
They get the first down and more. Down to the 8-yard line. We're going to see whether or not Dallas's trademark of stopping people in the red hot zone is going to stay alive. There's no more important time for them to do that than right now. 12 yards gained on that play. And again, the clock is dropping. And the Bears are on the 8-yard line and have really 4 chances to take the lead right now.
Absolutely, especially with this clock ticking down, less than a minute and counting. Big, big moments right here.
Howard gets stopped immediately. 46 seconds left on the clock. No hurry-up offense, no timeout by the Bears. 40 seconds left on the game clock. 18 seconds left on the game clock. 5-point lead by the Cowboys. Who's going to stand up strong on this? Trubisky back, looking to the end zone, throws, and it is smashed out of the way by the Cowboys. Now 6 seconds left, meter. 3rd and goal from the 12-yard line. Dallas's defense coming up huge.
Absolutely. That was almost an interception. Massive, massive play there. Colby taking a huge gamble, letting the clock tick down to only 6 seconds. He's got one, maybe 2 plays left here today, and he has to get a touchdown.
This could be the final play of the game. Trubisky now. 4 seconds left. Waiting, throws, and Touchdown Bears. No. Yeah.
That's a touchdown, baby.
It is a touchdown. It is a touchdown. The Bears take the lead with 2 seconds left on the clock. Absolutely huge play by the Bears. What a pressure play, and the Bears pull it off. It's now going to be 21-19 with 2 seconds. No, they're going for two. They are going for two, and they get stopped. The Chicago Bears leading 20-19 with 2 seconds left on the clock. I'm not going to say this is impossible, Meter, because I've seen somebody pull this off before, but this is definitely not in the Cowboys' favor.
It's not indeed. This is going to be a one-play game.
They kick it past the end zone. I would have gone for a squib kick and ended the game. Now the Cowboys have 2 seconds to play with. I would expect the Chicago Bears to basically put everybody in the end zone. They are spreading out wide. They're covering that field. Prescott with 2 seconds. This is the last play of the game, obviously. Prescott waits, throws, and it is intercepted by the Bears, and that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Bears have won the NFC Championship and are going on to face the Kansas City Chiefs in the TPCFL Championship. What a game, Meter.
What a game indeed. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to be honest, I saw some sluggishness and some interesting plays. There was obviously the clock management issue in the first half from the Cowboys, and the Bears were just solid every single step of the way. In most games, you can have a couple of misses, a couple of missteps. You can be a little bit sluggish. Not in this one.
I really think not going for that field goal at the end of the first half is what did it in for the Cowboys when you look at the final score. They would have won had they gone for the field goal.
I mean, who knows how that would have changed the complexion of the third, the fourth. Nobody knows. All we know is that there was definitely a missed opportunity there.
Definitely a missed opportunity. I'm sure Slans was going to be thinking about that the entire offseason. What a season she had, though, winning the NFC East title and going all the way to the NFC Championship game. Congratulations to Slangela on her season, and a huge congratulations to Colbus 1984. Colby and the Chicago Bears win the NFC Championship and will now represent the NFC in the TPCFL Championship against the Kansas City Chiefs and Iceman Illust.
Absolutely. What a great game. Absolutely huge. Man, am I glad that I was here to see that one.
I am as well. I am definitely here as well. I mean, I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping for Slangel, that ring on my finger and everything. What a game by both teams. Nobody is going to be disappointed with the game they just watched.
And nobody is going to be disappointed with Chicago Bears against the Chiefs. That is going to be one hell of a game.
It definitely will. I cannot wait to come back and call the championship game. You're going to see the Bears and the Chiefs. Meter, I can't wait to be back in the booth. I want to share that booth with you. But we also have the pregame show that we should talk about really quickly.
We do indeed. We're expecting a whole lot of interviews. We're expecting some analysis. We're going to take a look at some stats. That's all going to happen before the game, leading up to the game. And I'm hoping the whole community is going to be there. I'm hoping we get some viewership before the big TPCFL championship match. Bears-Chiefs, it's set. I'll be there, will you?
I hope so. I hope everybody tunes in for that. And just to drop a little hint here, we may have some unannounced surprises for the pregame show. And don't worry, I'm not going to tell anybody what you need to tune in to find out what else is on the docket for the pregame show.
Definitely some exciting announcements to be made, and I'm excited to hear them.
So, Meter, you are the master at this. Do you want to close this game out?
I'm happy to do so. And just to answer a quick question from Travis, he's asking when. That is a great question. We will be scheduling that game coming up here very shortly. If you want to find out and be up to date on all of that, head on over to twitter.com/TPCFL. That's TPC Football League, TPCFL, and you'll find out. As soon as that's announced, we'll announce it on there as well. So keep your eyes out for that one. I want to thank you all for joining me here today.
Oh, and thank you for having me, Meter.
Oh, likewise, brother. This has been an amazing game. This has been TPC Sports. If you're not following yet, man, you should do so now because we do this every single week and we're going to be starting the next season soon. But before we get to that, the TPCFL Championship is coming up next week, and I look forward to seeing you all there. My name's Bamito. I'm joined in the booth here today by none other than the owner of the league, the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Langell. Thanks for joining me, Brian.
Anytime, Meter. Glad to be here.
And thank you all for joining, and I hope you all have an outstanding rest of your night.